Yes,
Back again with another banger. That's tough, y'all.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's status.
The OG.
Just Wayne.
And you know it's your girl 313 Reed.
Hey, y'all.
What y'all been up to? You ain't been here in a
Man,
minute.
it's been a little second though, ain't it?
Man, forever.
Y'all been cool. How y'all feel? What y'all feeling like?
Man, I can't call it. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm finna graduate. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
yeah. Hey,
No cap. Hey, congratulations to you as well. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure, for
Let them
sure.
know. Let them know.
yes.
The Miss
The
Harris Stokes.
20th
Come
Miss
on,
Harris Stokes State University
Ooh.
elect.
How you
That is
feeling?
me. That is I.
Great.
I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, my bad.
No, when I said
So-
great, I was talking about
Yeah.
her doing.
But I'm feeling pretty good. Ready to go home, kind of.
No, that's
It's
all right.
time.
I feel that. But I'm fine. I'm ready to get this last year of school over with. I say that, but I'm fine.
That's valid. That's valid. What is looking like outside, Zay? What we talking about?
Man, right now we got a current temperature of 83 degrees with a high of 87, a low of 62.
Oh yeah, we ain't gonna be here long. For sure get to
Yeah,
that.
we gotta get
Oh, finna
outside.
for sure get to that.
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy because when we started, it was cold all the time. You know,
Yes.
real cloudy. The other one we listened to, it was hailing,
Yeah, it's
raining.
crazy.
Now it's
It's
the warm,
crazy.
sunny
Yeah.
day.
So look at them transitions.
Come
Look at
on
them
now.
transitions.
Come on now.
I
Love
just
to
feel like
talk
it
about
always get warm on the last week of school. Like, that's cute.
Oh, absolutely. Because it got to turn us up, give us a little taste of what we looking
Yeah.
forward to.
It's summer.
Or what we leaving.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because Chicago's not that sunny, guys, all the time. I feel like every time I leave here and go home, it's just bad weather. Like, raining all the time,
Hey.
sad outside. Like,
Dang.
Hey.
don't get
I thought
popping
y'all
till
had-
May.
Right, I thought that's what I thought it was buzzing.
I thought y'all had
They
some
said
sun.
Mill Park buzzing, everything. But I thought that's what it
Everything
was.
buzzing.
Everything buzzing.
Everything bustin'. Everything bustin'.
But as we get into the topic today,
Oh, before we even get
before
into
we
that,
get into
let me go and shoot them that disclaimer.
oh yeah.
The opinions expressed on That's Tough are those of the program host and not necessarily the opinions of Harris-Stowe State University or its students.
Come on
So,
now.
don't come check us.
Okay, check your mama, not us. Simple as that.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Like we were saying, getting into it. Today we talking about activism. What do that mean to y'all? Like, how has activism looked for y'all? What situations have y'all been put in to make y'all acknowledge activism or make y'all think more in depth about it?
Great question. Great question. For me, I've been around activism for a little bit. I was fortunate enough to get the opportunity to work at the National Civil Rights Museum for 2 years. I was a summer intern there as a youngin'. And so really just being around that, it was just so much culture. It was so much history with like that you didn't know about. It was so much that people had to fight for, bro. Like, and I feel like I got a new appreciation for our culture when I worked there because, you know, like really, like me and Wayne was talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like something about history that you feel like black history is different than just history. You feel me? Ours is a lot more rich. And so, but I didn't really appreciate it because you didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
So working there, I got money and I was getting educated. So it's a lot going on too, for sure.
And it's hard to see sometimes how rich those spaces are until you realize
Come
that
on.
everybody didn't get that opportunity
on.
to get
Yeah.
that knowledge.
Facts.
That's a fact.
That's true. For me, I think my first time, I feel like, well, just a little background, but I feel like I'm high-key sheltered for, I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing, but I feel like my real first, like, understanding was more so of in 2020 when the riots was going on. Like, I feel like I was watching and wanted to be a part of it and to join everybody, but at the same time, I wasn't allowed to. So it's just like I'm watching from the comfort of my home, like really caring about the people that's out there and hoping that everybody's okay, and I understand why they're out there and the reason why they're out there and what they're fighting for. But at the same time, like, I'm also worried about everybody's safety at the same time. But as far as, like, I don't know, I feel like that's something I would always want to do and be out there to at least support and show that I care.
That's definitely valid. And as an empath, I definitely understand that.
Yeah.
Wayne, what you
For me personally, I'm a little different. So like for me, I'm more so of a person that so to myself, so like within myself. So I just more so I like when everything started happening with 2019, 2020, and that's what it kind of opened my eyes because it more so because if you ain't really like a close friend or family, then I'm really not worried about what's going on, and I'm not really worried about that. But for that, it was like, nah, it made me actually look at it like, nah, my people still getting hurt, still going through stuff every day, day-to-day basis. So, like, I had to real life, like, look at it, grow up and look at it different. You know what I'm saying?
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
So, that was cool for me.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I have been in the activism realm since about 8th grade, so I've been around it and I've been included in it for a while now. So much to the point where we were teaching adults how to be allies to us, but we're going to talk a lot more about allies a little bit later in the show. But just kind of discussing some of my background, I'm the co-founder of an organization called DAM, which is Detroit Area Youth United Michigan, for those that don't know.
Hold on.
Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back. It's called DAM. You know what I'm saying? And for the censors that we ain't cussing, it's DAYUM, and it's called Detroit Area Youth United Michigan.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
So essentially what we did was a lot of like protests, a lot of walkouts, and a lot of engaging activities within the community to, one, inform people, but also to empower people to understand, like, even as youth, even as kids, we're able to have those voices, especially about the things that affect us the most. So school is one of the biggest things. When, like, you know how parents be like, your only job as a kid is to go to school, right? So if this is the place that I'm supposed to be, this is like supposed to be my job, and I'm getting treated poorly, then why wouldn't we create something similar to a workers' union? Right. Something like a student union. And that's pretty much what the basis of that organization kind of came from with me and my peers when we started discussing, like, the basis of that organization. And now it's a blossoming organization. Thousands of followers, thousands of videos on the news and media coverage. So I'm extremely proud, and they're still going to this day. So
shout out y'all, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That is cool.
For sure. So I also want to ask y'all, because I know, like, how we see protesting, how everybody see protesting, especially in the Black community, can look different. Do y'all feel like it's effective? Like, where do you feel like it has gotten us? Do you feel like our life would be different without certain protests, without, civil unrest? What y'all feeling?
That's I'll tackle that question first. So
Oh, we can't. Let's see.
Few minutes later.
there we go. Yeah.
Okay, right. Let's do a little. Okay, because technical difficulties.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro. I feel like protests was everything we needed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was violent or non-violent, violent, and whether it was violent or non-violent, both of them had tangible outcomes because sometimes, bro, sometimes peace just isn't the answer. Right. You don't hear me. You don't hear me.
Hold on,
sometimes you gotta feel me. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. I don't think they heard you, brother. One more time.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Sometimes their peace, bro, they don't hear me, bro. You gotta feel me.
So they got to feel you.
Personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
They got to feel you.
You gotta feel me.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, shout out Frat MLK, bro. Like he was big on peace. But you got Malcolm X. Like, let's get in the field for
Yeah.
real. We
Yeah.
can get in the field for real.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
And
for
neither
me.
one of those approaches were wrong.
At all.
It was just
At all.
different.
Perspective.
Yeah.
It's a perspective.
Yeah.
So that's my take on that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me personally, I agree with Zay 100%, but I also feel like most protests aren't instant result, if that makes sense. Like, it's not
okay,
instant. It
yeah.
always is later on. Like, it's
Yeah.
never like right after the protest. People like, oh,
In the moment.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like they definitely effective, just not instant.
One eternity later.
Okay,
It's
got to
like-
sit a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like what it represents. Like, I just like seeing a lot of people come together about one cause that everybody care about, or something that we think or that is very important. And I feel like when it gets to the point of protesting, I feel like it's at the point where people have had enough. And
Yeah.
they really want to represent it outwardly. Like, I really don't mess with this. I feel like this needs to change, and da-da-da-da. It's like straight action, and I love that too. Like, peaceful or unpeaceful.
Right.
Right.
And Sherry, I love your word usage when you talk about representation, because I think that a lot of people fail to understand. A lot of people come from a place of like, oh, y'all just trying to do this for attention, or it's not really going to get y'all the outcome that y'all looking for, or what is it going to do? What is protesting going to do? What is, having a sit-in going to do? What is, chaining yourself up to,
At
is,
least
what is
try.
that going to do? But in my perspective, in my eyes, and from what I've experienced and from what I've seen other people experience, is that it's not only just about the outcome, but it's about the journey to the outcome. And why that's so important is because not only and people are like, y'all just doing it for attention. Absolutely. This is for attention, and that's the point.
Bring attention
Because
to it.
the more people that see this, the more people that see something unjust is going on or something uncivil is going on, the more pressure it puts on the oppressor or the person that's in the wrong or that's creating unjust. The more pressure it puts on law enforcement and different systems like the judicial system and any type of government system, it creates pressure because now the people that you serve are uneasy and they're going to start to become uncivil if you don't provide answers or some type of remedy to the issue that they're experiencing. So yes, attention is definitely one of them. That's why people call the news when they having a protest like, hey, this finna go on, this was finna happen for why, and why. Or whatever reason they may, give for that. But attention is definitely something that's a huge piece of it. And another thing is once people see that solidarity, that also creates that same type of pressure. When they see that it's large numbers behind a cause.
Right.
Saying that, oh, these people are upset. Like, saying that 5 people are upset about an issue as opposed to 500 is drastically different. Like,
And I feel like there's nothing there's no such thing as bad press. Like, especially when it comes to like protests, like you always have to see the good, bad, and the ugly, because I feel like that's all part of the process of it too. Because after a while, it can get ugly, especially with police officers, and depending on what we fighting for. Like, for some reason, it always can take a left turn, and you always have to be prepared for that. And I feel like seeing that ugly is also good too. Like, even when they was setting stuff on fire, like, clearly that's a representation of anger. Or when MLK got shot, like, all the same thing. Like, that rage, like, we look back at it now and it's just like, yeah, people was really upset. People was really outraged. Like, even though we was tearing up our communities, but still at the same time, like, that's the level of rage.
And that's something to kind of tack on too, because
that was crazy, but
I was so in between because a lot of people were discussing it at the time.
Yeah.
They were like, well, that's so dumb. Why would y'all go in our communities, tear up our communities?
That nigga's tripping.
That's such a
Because
slippery slope.
It is.
Because think about gentrification in certain neighborhoods. What's the first businesses and organizations that's in there? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be these huge businesses and companies that have a dynamic that don't really cater to urban folks, don't really cater to our community. So just because they're in our community, don't mean they in our community.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
So tear it up, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like Walmart.
Yeah. Now
If we really, hey, I can't say too much about Walmart because the eyes be watching. They be listening. You feel me? The right people be listening. But what I would say when it comes to big franchises like that is that there is a lot that seeps through the cracks, and sometimes it don't even seep through the cracks. It's blatant, but they just don't care to address it because ain't nobody pressed them to address it.
Yeah.
It ain't no attention on it. And that's where information come in, is that a lot of people are not informed. And how you was just talking about good, bad, any type of press is good press. And I agree with that, because regardless, you still know about it now.
Right.
You still know more than you knew a couple minutes ago.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
You get what
Slow
I'm saying?
motion be no motion.
Slow motion be no motion. Talk about it.
That's tough.
Talk about that is tough.
That's tough.
So even then, so moving on to like those institutions, how we were just talking about organizations and businesses, how do you feel like those institutions, businesses, organizations, whatever it might be, support or terrorize those participating in demonstrations or protest sit-ins, unions? What do y'all feel like would be some tactics that they would use to kind of discourage people from that?
Man, let's just talk about it. Like as far as institution support and challenges and stuff like that. So really, you know what I'm saying, your institution really supposed to be your support system.
Yeah.
But let's just be honest. If you go against the grain, if you not doing what they want you to do, they gonna kick you to the curb.
Sure.
For instance, I got a bro at WashU, and you know, let's just talk about WashU for a minute. WashU has had a lot of things going on. They done had a lot of backlash. I would say, starting off with the white frat and the black workers, and then the Palestine
The
protest.
movement with Palestine, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just go back to the frat for a second. You know, for WashU ain't. It's almost like until it was brought to light, WashU had nothing to say about it.
Right.
They had nothing to say about
Until it became to the media.
You know
until
what
it was
I'm
on
saying?
social media. Until it was thousands of people resharing that video and
We went-
posting it on their story.
We went viral because we stepped up. Alpha Eta chapter, Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. We stepped up
Yeah.
and we said something. We spoke out, and we got a little backlash from it.
Yeah.
But you
But that's
need
big on y'all.
change.
That's big
You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
You need change. You got to say something. Somebody got to be a voice. Somebody got to be
Absolutely.
heard.
Facts.
And so then, a couple weeks later, we have a protest, a Palestine protest. WashU had the audacity to, and the opinions are not Harris Stowe at
It's
all.
not Harris
Right.
Stowe opinion, but we say check your mama.
This is
Yeah.
me. You feel me? This is
Yeah.
coming just from me. Status. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? You got students, they risking their lives. Whole time, some of them can't even come back. They lost you know what I'm saying? They housing. Like
Yeah.
WashU washing their hands with them.
Yeah, literally.
So it's just like, you feel me? They don't really care. Like they quote unquote your institution can really make or break. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
let's
it's
dissect
like-
that though. Let's dissect that, because why not get rid of what is causing you an issue, what's exposing you, what's causing everything to be brung to the light?
Right.
Why not exterminate that group?
Yeah.
Why not break that group up?
Right.
Because
Or get them some guidelines.
yeah, or try. That's what I'm saying. Or try to, like, a big thing when it comes to how institutions, quote unquote, keep people from rocking the boat is fear mongering. And fear mongering is a term that was coined basically off the sense of threatening or blackmailing, saying, if you believe in this cause or if you fight for this cause, I don't know if you can be an employee here anymore.
Yeah,
Or
that's
I don't think
exactly
that
what
we might have to cut your pay if you continue to create unease in this, or an uneasy work environment, because
That's exactly what happened.
because it's creating unease for the students to know that they have, for especially of that population that are Palestinian, to know that they might have family members or just people in their community that are getting attacked and experiencing genocide in their homeland.
Talks.
So just
Talk to
knowing that is something sickening to them, and when they speak out about it, they're the issue. They're the disease that has to be removed. So why not make them expendable? Why not be cool if they lose their scholarship? That's more money in their pockets.
Come on now.
Yeah,
They don't give no dog on, brother. They don't get no dog on. And that's one of the big things that I feel like people need to understand when it comes to discussing why it's important for us as college students, as black people, as Americans, to just band together being on the more, I don't want to say minority side because we're not necessarily the minority, but if we look at it in that sense, being on the minority side is better for us to band together. And people are always wondering, like, how does it affect me as a black person? Why do I care?
I was
Why
just
do
I was just
saying?
gonna say I want you to elaborate on why we should care. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Why should we care?
And I think, I'm not going to even say I think, I know that it affects us because the moment that we have an issue with something that is going on in the black community and we turn for help, we have to recognize everybody in that group that is going to be supporting us, that is going to be backing us up, will not look like us or come from our community per se.
Right.
All the time.
Because a lot of times in my experience as an activist, I've seen it where there are people a part of the Arab community coming to support us, people a part of the Hispanic community coming to support us, people a part of the white community coming to support us. And as much as I'm not going to congratulate somebody for doing something that is expected for support in a community that has been oppressed for years and years on end, I will commend them and say that they're going against the grain a lot of times where their own people will shun them because they're standing up what's right for a group of people that's not necessarily their own group of people.
Right.
Now, there can be intersectionalities that put us all in the same bubble. Like, okay, no, you're not an Arab woman, or no, you're not Palestinian, but you're a woman. So you can relate to women in Palestine maybe losing their children or losing their sisters and brothers and cousins and aunties and uncles. Right. We have those. Yeah. We got cousins, brothers, aunties, uncles. Yeah. So it's not about being black and white. And as much as that is an issue, a lot of times it's just those black and white parameters and those lines that we experience here in America. We not the only people with kids. We not the only people that are aunties and uncles and brothers. We not the only people that are students. All the universities in Gaza have been bombed. Have been blown to shreds. Crazy. They can't get no education.
It's crazy.
It's babysitting under piles of sediment and rock and buildings.
And actually, I wanna shout out Mr. 1857 because he said something in his speech that really resonated with me well. Yeah. And he was just saying that just because it has nothing to do with us doesn't mean we should just sit back and let it happen.
Exactly. I agree.
We shouldn't just sit back. We have a voice as well. Like you saying, we have cousins. We got moms, dads. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and we have influence. So when you have influence positive, you should be able to use that and use your voice.
Yeah. And that's why I discuss so much about intersectionalities, is because everybody in some kind of way is tied together. As much as we don't necessarily address it all the time, because it's hard to see me as a black woman what I got in common with a white woman. But what I just say, women. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Now, do we experience womanhood in the same way? No, absolutely not, because there's so many malpractices against black women that we can't even get into. Yeah, that's a whole different sector. But what I'm saying is there are things that put us in the same rooms. There are things that put us in the same bubbles. Hey, so man, as a college student, understanding how hard college already is and how my mental health is already shaken, knowing that people were at university, were receiving their higher education, and they was probably in somebody's dorm room, and all of a sudden there is gunfire outside of their dorm room, there's screams and terror outside of their dorm room. Imagine you trying to do a final. Right. Somebody shooting outside your dorm room. You like, whoa. I don't know if I feel safe around this month. I don't even feel like learning no more. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Or I'm on, not even nervous, but on edge. Like, what's really going on? You get what I'm saying? And the crazy part is, we discuss so much about education. That is the least of their worries. It ain't no food. It ain't no medical resource. They are blocking people from even helping. That's why we got to do as much as we can on the ground here, and why it's so important for us, because not only are y'all creating this genocide and creating this war, y'all stopping people on the outside from helping.
Yeah, yeah. And then let's really just talk about the definition of activism. Vigorous action through campaigning or direct involvement to bring social, political, economic, or even environmental change.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Change. Come on, talk about it. And
You know
not
what
only
I'm saying?
change, but awareness.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna know about it. Action. Let's talk about it. So as we talk about action, what do it really mean to be an ally? And we're gonna discuss some more about the different levels of being an ally. But just what do y'all even think is an ally to begin with?
I feel like it means to like support a cause or someone fully, like not even it don't even have to be fully, but at least empathize with whoever is going through something or whatever the cause is, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm an ally of a lot of things.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with her. Basically, same thing. Ally could be anybody helping any type of way, providing some, feeling bad for somebody. It can be just supporting from a distance. It could be anything. So
Be sharing a post.
For sure.
And then I'm going to just piggyback off both of y'all. I'm going to just use both of what y'all was saying. It's really, you know what I'm saying, emphasizing on that, like, empathy and, like, taking action in supporting them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like you saying, sharing a post. You feel me? You got an event tonight, I'm there.
Right.
You got a game, I'm in the stands. You know what I'm saying? You're an ally.
Yeah.
You're
Even in social terms.
banding together.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
Fact.
And I would say, because I'm not, I don't got the necessarily definition, the textbook definition, but to me, what allyship looks like is somebody that's willing to ask. As simple as that. Somebody that's willing to ask. You see a group of people that's oppressed, that's going through something. As an ally, you simply say, "How can I help?
right.
What do you need?" That's literally it. Like, that's all an ally is. Like, and then you figure out where you fit on that term of allyship. Like, you figure out what you're willing to give and how you are willing to put yourself in a space to serve.
Yeah.
Like, allyship is just it, because a lot of people can become the wrong type of ally sometimes. I've seen it. Some people come in and they try to get credit or they're doing it for the wrong reasons, have the wrong motives, and now they're just on the front lines because they want to be seen for their own personal vendettas not vendettas, but their own personal reasons, right, and their own personal gain.
Because now at that point, are you an ally, though?
No, you're not an ally, because now you're
a liability.
You a liability. Hello. Can somebody call it, please?
Good morning. Like that one.
Yeah.
That's a liability,
You're a
because at the
liability.
end of the day, now you're working off your personal gain, and you're not working you're not working with
Come
the
on
group.
now.
Yeah.
Because now you're saying that you're an ally,
You got your own
and you're trying to
agenda.
speak, and you got your own agenda. You're trying to speak for everybody, but you are not understanding what has been established as the group terms for what are we looking to get out of this protest? What are we looking to gain? What is the end goal? If you don't know that and you're trying to speak for a group of people, you need to go to the back. If you haven't even asked what the people need that are being oppressed or that are experiencing some type of unjustness, you need to go to the back. Go ahead, hold up a sign, use your voice.
Get to the back.
Go, I almost said
Share
something
a post.
crazy. But RP my girl Rosa, but get to the back of the butt, like back to the back. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no, like real spill. Like, don't be on the
That's
front
a fact,
lines if you don't have some sort of experience or you have not taken the time to learn the experience of the oppressed or what people are going through. Don't put yourself on the front line if you are not directly. I feel like you are not directly using your privilege as a buffer between you and the people that are being oppressed, as in like something to kind of buffer that, or somebody to kind of create that space between, whether it be law enforcement or the oppressors or whatever it might be, to serve as a safety net to those people being oppressed. Go and get to the back. Like, there's no point in you being out in the front line you feel me?
Yeah, but it go into what you were saying. Really go into them levels though.
Yep.
I feel like it go into them levels of allyship. You feel me? But I want you to touch bases on that.
Yeah, because I know y'all keep hearing us saying levels. So let me really dig deep into that. So when it comes to allyship, I've learned a term. I've learned a couple of terms and kind of a theory of dissecting what sections of activism people would be comfortable in. And why this is so important is because a lot of times people see people on TV or on social media or on news posts and like, hey, I'm not necessarily willing to get arrested. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, you feel me? I already, my pops already, woo-woo-wop. I'm cool on that. That's not my lifestyle. That's fine. There is sections for everybody when it comes to activism. And we're going to start off with the red light activism. This is set up like a stoplight. How a stoplight got red, yellow, and green. Red means stop. Yellow mean, you know, I don't know what yellow mean to y'all. Yellow mean to me speed on up, but I'm still chilling. It means speed up till I get to the light, then slow down in case there's any police in the intersection. You know what I'm saying? That's what it mean to me. And green mean go for sure. Like you green. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm saying.
But to get into that more depth on the more depth on the activism side. Red is going to look like somebody who's an emergency contact. Somebody who might not be on the ground, and that's okay. You feel what I'm saying? Because you going to need those people that stay at home, that watch the news, that is seeing how everything is presented, and they're able to understand the real story and be able to share that knowledge with everybody else. Like, hey, no, I know what's really going on, y'all.
I wasn't there, but I know
I wasn't there, but I know who was there, and they told me this how it really went down. You feel this what I did? They told me this what they went through. Right. So somebody to actually share that experience and that knowledge, that's somebody that's red. Like you don't gotta be in the action, but you still are willing to spread the knowledge of what's going on, and you're willing to be somebody that can be an emergency contact, that can hold somebody bail money, somebody that's gonna hold it down from the crib. That's cool. We need all people. You feel what I'm saying? Let's go into yellow light. Yellow light, then my people that's like, all right, you know, bro, I might have a kid. I might have, you feel me, some stuff that I might have a really good job right now, and they be tripping when it comes to stuff like that. I'm just not willing to risk it all. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And that's okay. Those are going to be your people who are willing to come out to the protest, willing to come out to the action, willing to make a sign, willing to speak up, willing to even bring snacks and water. If you see people marching for miles and they still ain't had no water, probably be getting dehydrated and stuff like that, you're willing to kind of be on the sidelines as like the cheerer, like, y'all got this, keep pushing, we fighting for something good. But when things get a little too sticky, you like, that's where I'm going to respectfully bow out. And that's okay.
I'm a clock out now.
Right, and that's exactly where they clock out, and that's okay as well, because without every piece of this stoplight, it wouldn't be a whole thing. It wouldn't be a whole working movement.
It's tied to knowing your role.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. Role. And that's where green light come in. This for my radical people. This is my people that don't give no nothing. You feel what I'm saying? TTG. They going all the way. They're my people that's willing to do whatever for justice. In a sense that if the restrictions or the guidelines of the protest or the civil action or whatever it might be, if they change because of a change in who might come or what's around, or just a change in environment, is now it went from 10 police officers to 30. You get what I'm saying? Now that can change your perspective, but these are the people that still gonna be down the ride.
Yeah.
These are the people that still gonna say, hey, you feel me? I'm putting my life on the line because it's that important to me. Yeah. It's justice and making sure that other people don't experience genocide or that we don't have a repeat in history. How people are just coming in, taking people's land and killing it and wiping out an entire community.
It's crazy.
Making sure that doesn't repeat is important to me. Making sure that kids have clean water and food, and people got hospitals to go to, and medical attention is important to me. Those kind of people that are not going to stop, are not willing to stop, and are willing to do anything for that justice, those are my green light people. Them my go. That's that. You feel me? Them it's a go. Get on the floor. It's a go. All right. So
it's real though.
But that's just...
We got the whole spectrum in here. Red, yellow, green.
Yeah. And that's okay.
He looking around. I'm like, you red.
I appreciate you.
They love.
Gang just put on my phone on the live. But yeah, definitely make sure y'all tap in with this live too.
The Lizzie.
It's a lot to discuss. But just kind of like moving on, I kind of want to briefly touch on the history of allyship and what do y'all feel like was some big moments in history where allies really displayed themselves?
Okay, so I would say I'm going to have to go back still to 2020, only because my dad is a photographer, and I feel like he didn't really be a part of the movement, but I feel like a big part of it that he contributed was taking photos of everything. And we was in Chicago. Well, he was in Chicago downtown, and he was just snapping photos. And a lot of those photos got a lot of views and a lot of support because it's just like, you know, you could see people out there really fighting and yelling and basically marching for their life and their cause that they believe in.
Yeah.
So I feel like seeing those photos, like, it feels so powerful looking at them because it's just like these is people who was serious, like, of course, and all this walking, like you said, the water thing, like, stuff like that.
Man, that's a good one.
That is a good one. That's a
Yeah,
good
no,
one.
That one stumped me. I ain't gonna lie.
Still
That one
got
stumped
your little
me.
stuck on there. He's like, hold on, let me think on that. I would say, okay, I'm gonna help you out, brother.
Yeah.
So I think that a big time for allyship came in where not only so let's talk about the sit-ins,
Yep.
Little Rock 9, things like that
Come on
happened
now.
during segregation and
Oh.
the Jim Crow era.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. How there was still segregated high schools, segregated institutions where they could not share the same space of learning. Let's talk about the teachers where they came in as allies, but not only as in that teacher-student relationship, but sometimes a black and white relationship, or a class relationship, as in you got more money than me, you have more power than me, quote unquote, as a teacher and me in the student position, or even in the black-white position. Let's talk about that because that was very important to say, hey, I'm going to put myself in between you and those that might harm you because they're less likely to harm me because of what I look like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's something for real. That's
That's
something
powerful.
for real. Like, that's when I really can say that I would tip my hat and really have respect for those in other communities, because when you step outside of your bounds
Mm-hmm.
to protect a different group of people, not necessarily in your direct community, because you know that you have some type of step up or something that will cause the oppressor to think twice about how they mistreat or how they move forward with unjust, it will make them think twice about it if somebody like this person was there. Or it would make them think twice about it if you would get more reprimand for wrongdoing against this type of person.
Yeah.
So say it would be different between if somebody do a kid wrong, they feel like don't nobody really listen to kids, no way. Dang, I get away with it because they just a kid. I'm an adult and I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
As opposed to you going and committing a wrongdoing against another adult who can very well speak up for themselves. Not saying that kids can't, but this adult is going to stand on what they said, essentially,
Right.
or so we hope. Essentially stand on what they said and stand on what the issue was. More so than a kid will feel comfortable with in that position. So that's just kind of like the history behind allyship and how it has moved, even during slavery. Like, you had those people that was harboring runaway slaves because I'm a white woman. Like, say that it's a white woman with a white man, it's a white couple.
Right. But the whole time it go back to that allyship. You needed that. You know what I'm saying?
Like they checking for them, but
truth
they're
be told,
less
we
likely
needed
to.
them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they checking for them because they know, like, you know, these white
There's a
people
couple
might
white
be,
people,
they might be trying to say to black people, like, but they are less likely to do some foul stuff to
Right.
them, or they probably still do it, but they're gonna get much more reprimand. They're gonna get much more. It's gonna be a larger repercussion. You get what I'm saying? So that's one of the biggest things that when I speak about allyship, when you utilizing your white privilege, like they have to, like, if anybody, honestly, anybody in the white community want to be an ally to me in the black community and with all my intersectionalities, they're gonna have to use that privilege. Come
Got
about
to.
that. Swipe
We
that
got
white
to.
card.
We do.
Swipe that. You know what I'm saying? Tap Apple Pay. Tap that.
Yeah.
Like,
Apple Pay.
I'm not playing because what, like,
It go
Not even
back
being
into what
funny.
you were saying earlier before we even hopped on. Equality versus equity. That's a whole different. You know what I'm saying? We can have a whole nother episode on
And
that.
that's
Like,
literally
that's
a whole
crazy.
nother, that's
Oh,
literally a
God.
whole nother
That's
episode.
crazy.
But just
You know what I'm
speak on it.
saying?
Just speak on it in a short term. Speak on it in a short term. What was we discussing when it came to
Man,
equity and equality?
you know what I'm saying? You gave it. You know what I'm saying? You hit the hammer on the head when you was like, it's a complete difference. For we don't you can keep equality. We want equity. You know what I'm saying? I can't verbatim spit that analogy you gave. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time it's a completely different game you playing.
Okay, so the analogy was, so it kind of went a little bit like this. It was, so we talking about money because I like money. So I'm like, if Wayne got, you feel me, he already got 10 ball in the account. Mind you, we just low ball. We just kicking it right. If Wayne got a 10 ball in the account, I got 0. They like, we giving out this reparation money. We giving out this reparation money. They giving us $5 a piece. Wayne already got 10. He got that 5 to add on to it. How much do Wayne got?
15.
Cool. I had 0 in the account. You feel me? Me being a black, hey, if we really talk about intersectionalities, we could really go deep into how that put us in the negative.
Come on now, hold on, Donnie ain't do it.
That's 40
that's
ball.
another topic
We
for
already
another
have a 40
day.
ball, so I'm gonna leave y'all light right there. But that's just to say that okay, cool, y'all
That's
giving
fire.
us both $5, but now he has a total of 15, while I only have 5.
Now
So
you gotta get back.
while you gave us equal amounts, we are still unequal. We're still experiencing inequality. What equity looks like is giving him, okay, you can give him 5, that's cool, but now since he's at 15, you gonna give me 15 too, or even a
Give you a
dub.
dub.
Even a
Oh,
dub.
God,
If
'cause
I'm
he is
in a
0.
negative, if I'm experiencing some type of intersectionality, I'm sorry. If I'm experiencing some type of intersectionality, y'all can count that as negative strikes.
Yeah.
Y'all can count that as taken away.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to that sense, is giving more to create equality, but it's in a sense of what you're receiving is gonna look like equity. Okay?
Yeah. That's fire.
Excuse me. And from that, we're gonna move on to the last point of the day. I created this cool little acronym. Hey, when I say I'm gonna have to trademark this, cause when I typed it up, I'm like, yeah, this is too heat. So for all my non-activists or people that want to kind of get into activism or get back into activism or just don't know where to start, if you're thinking about starting with the issues that are going on with Gaza and the protests and the civil unrest that's currently happening right now, I'm going to leave you with some very, very helpful tips for you to stay safe, for you to stay alive, and for you to stay within your bounds of red, green, or yellow light activism, okay?
Clock that T.
This is the acronym called BEAST, right?
Come on now.
So, B, you're going to bring important things. Make a list of important things that you need to bring. You need to have an ID. I'm not saying have no credit cards, have no other stuff like that, but you need your ID in case you get booked. That's just for my green lights, but everybody, just in case. Right. You feel me? You want to keep some cash on you because your phone might die, something might happen. You might need to hop in a cab real quick, get somebody a little change, just take them somewhere. You might need to grab some food, somebody finna pass out. You never know. Keep a little cash on you. It's spin. Keys, keep your keys with you, phone, things of that nature. But you want to make sure you also have water and something nutritious. Like you need some type of, I don't care if it's a Nutri-Grain bar or some fruit snacks, something, because a lot of times you'll be out there for long periods of time, because if they think you gonna budge, they won't budge. Right. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta really stick in it. All right, moving on to also first aid kits. That's very important as well. For my green light activists, a goggle, a mask, that might be something that you might want to bring. You feel what I'm saying? If you know, you know. For my E, so we spelling out BEAST. Next is E, emergency contact. Don't just be going out there, ain't telling nobody. I get if your mama might be mad at you. I get if your people, your homeboys, homegirls telling you, that's dumb, it ain't gonna get nowhere. But just still alert somebody. Tell somebody. Have somebody.
Your granny.
Yeah, like have somebody that you can call and say, that you can let you leave a little piece of change with and say, hey, I'm at the station, just pull up on me. Just rock with me. You get what I'm saying? Have somebody that know where you going, that you trust, okay? And know what you're doing. We going on to the A. Acknowledge your rights. And another part of the A, assess the risk, right? Acknowledge your rights and boundaries, assess the risk level. So that means know your laws, know your rights, know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how far you're willing to go. Going back to the red, yellow, and green light activism. Yep. Moving on to the S. Surveil and stick together. That means be attentive. You feel what I'm saying? Keep your head on a swivel.
Got to.
You feel what I'm saying? Make sure it's always looking to the left and looking to the right. Don't get caught lacking. You feel me? Ain't nothing sweet. You feel what I'm saying? Do not get caught lacking. Just make sure you're very attentive, because they will plant things like looters and undercover cops. They got things called snatch teams where they just send people in, snatch somebody out so they can start to break the numbers down individually and kind of break people's spirit and such things as that. For my green light activists, that's going to look like paying attention to watch out for tear gas, watching out for K9 units, anything of that nature. You definitely want to be on, keep your eyes peeled.
TTG.
Especially with looters too. Like some of them looters was planted not from the community. Like them was not people in the community.
For sure.
Them was like undercover cops. Like, come burn down these buildings with us. Yes, tear up this community.
Yeah, you ain't never heard about that.
Nah.
Like they said, most of the people that was burning down the building stuff was not even from the community.
And then you got all of these people that's not knowledgeable about what's going on. Like all these black people tearing down their community. They tearing down their community. It wasn't even half of them was not us.
It was from the bird.
Half of it was people coming into our communities like, oh yeah, they're gonna tear down their communities. Yeah, let's help.
Yeah.
Because why? Why else?
Why else?
Come on, talk about it, brother. Why else?
Y'all funny.
I'm gonna leave that at that because I can talk all day about that too.
Bro, that's
But wrapping
fire.
up with my last and final point, T, take action. This is gonna be geared towards everybody in the red, yellow, and green light of activism, and that means any kind of action that you take is important, is meaningful. I don't care if you're making a post on social media. Now all of your viewers know a little bit more than they knew before about that topic. You know what I'm saying? Make a sign, create a chant. You feel me? From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Like, do something. You feel what I'm saying?
She rocking.
Do
I ain't know you
something.
bars in here.
Like, make
stop
sure that
playing.
I ain't
Hey,
even, I'm not taking credit for that. That was somebody else. That's been one of them joints.
Yeah.
That's been one of them joints.
You brought it to that's tough.
I ain't heard it. That's tough.
That's tough. You know what I'm saying?
That's tough.
That's tough.
But that's just to say that you know, and then especially for my green light activists, stand on your achievable goals. Stand on what you came to do. Make sure that's achieved. The only reason I would say is to bend on that is if it exceeds your comfort level. I would say never do anything that is outside of your comfort level. Always make sure you're staying safe. Have your emergency contacts, and that's all important. So make sure y'all hit us up. Make sure y'all look more into activism, and I hope that this intrigues you and sparks your interest, and that you want to go out in your community and see something change. For real, man.
Nah, that was fire, man. Fire. Appreciate it.
I hope they learned something today. Because I even did.
Yeah, that's
Me
what I like
too.
to hear. That's
And
what
I
I
feel
like.
like I
I
think
did.
putting it into perspective, like I kind of want to know or figure out. I feel like other people should try to figure out whether they are red, yellow, or green.
For sure.
Because you know,
Ain't nothing wrong being red because I'm red.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
I'm
not at
definitely
all.
yellow.
Not at all. Fun
There's
fact.
nothing wrong with that because I know you got the paper and I know you coming to get me when I call you. You know what I'm saying?
and he
Hey,
gon-
brother, I'm in here.
Yeah, collect call. He
Okay,
gonna
you gotta
answer
collect
it. He
call
gonna answer
from.
it. Yeah, but nah, fun fact, bro. Until you actually educated me, because you know what I'm saying, it's funny. So the Greensboro city, Greensboro, my second home, tatted on me. You know what I'm saying? Greensboro really my second home, and so the city with David Richmond, actually my cousin. My mama White was actually outside of the city, and she's red like all the way.
Yeah.
He TTG,
Yeah.
but Mama White was like, my mama is going to lose her ever loving mind if I go, if I get caught up in this.
Yeah.
Ever loving
I'm in
mind. So
trouble.
she stayed outside, but whole time she was there for them. You know what I'm saying? She walked with them, she
Support.
encouraged them. But she not. I'm not finna get a whooping or go to jail for y'all.
Okay, and that's
She was more
valid.
so yellow than red, right?
I would say that is a little bit more yellow. Yeah.
Yellow.
That is a little
mellow
yellow.
yellow. I'm there
But
too.
she was
I'm
there.
yellow,
She was there.
yeah.
She
You
was
feel
there.
me?
She
And
wasn't
she was
going
red.
inside,
She
though.
was
She
more
wasn't
so
sitting.
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I feel-
Okay.
okay.
But like
Yeah,
yellow, that's
nah,
still
see,
in a
okay.
sense of support.
Yeah.
Walking with them up until it starts to get more
She got
physical. You know what I'm
inside. She
saying?
ain't go inside.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I'm
She
like.
ain't go
She
inside.
said, "Hey, now, I got a little something to
That's a little
lose."
too far.
Okay, yellow. Yeah, that's real. That's hard.
But
though.
like I said, like I mentioned before, stating the levels of activism, every single one of those, just to reiterate, is important. There will not be a working machine. There will not be unity. There will not be understanding until everybody finds their place on that level. on that, you feel me, sector
Nah,
of
that's real.
things. And I think that is very important and everybody should be knowledgeable about it.
Yep.
So I hope they tuned
They
in,
got
brother.
you. They got you.
I hope
They got you.
tuned
'Cause the whole
in.
time
I hope
without
they hearing.
red, yellow,
listening.
green, cause we crashing. You feel me?
Yeah.
We gonna crash. We gonna
I'm
crash.
saying, when I first came to St. Louis, I'm like, why no stoplights? I almost crashed out everywhere.
Come on, bro.
Like, what is this? I gotta look on the streets, but that stoplight was still there. It was still something
Stop
in place
playing.
to create structure to help.
Create structure.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
And with
Good
that,
morning.
Hey, and with that, that's tough,
You know
brother.
what I'm saying? That's tough. It's up. It's status.
The OG.
Just Wayne.
And you know it's your girl 313
We'll be back at it again.
You're rocking with the best.